The bizarre thing about it is that when there's less volume, agents panic. When average sale prices come back, agents panic. And then they want to charge a lower fee because they're panicking. Well, I'm going to say this to you, don't panic, pivot. And this is the most important part, is that now more than ever before, an agent who really knows what they're doing to maximize sale price, to reduce risk, to make it easy, and to actually get people sold is worth more than an agent that doesn't know how to do that. Now, we've got a lot of properties on market over 30 days rather than under 30 days, which tells me that we've got a lot of listings that are out of control across our industry. And our job in being great real estate agents is to actually really understand our value. Now, let's think about it. We're never, ever going to get a customer who's going to be in a position they're going to say, you know what, I want you to charge more. But naturally, what we've got to start thinking about is the difference between being a price seller and a value seller. Now, price sellers are aware of what every single one of their competitors actually charge. They're freaked out that someone down the road who's offering 0.5, 0.8, 1.5%. But value sellers are a completely different game. They understand, what does the customer really see value in? Mr. and Mrs. Owner, we're not going to give you the top 10 tips on how to style your home. We're going to get you the quote and get it done for you. We're not going to tell you what you need to renovate. We're going to get you a quote and get it done for you. And naturally, what they're in this position of doing is how they actually add value both before, during, and post the transaction in the way that the customer really cares about it. You know, Mr. and Mrs. Owner, we're not just another agent who's going to sell your home. We're actually going to do all of the other things that are associated with helping you to get sold and to get moved and be successfully living in your new home for a minimum of a year, including even simple things like getting your mail redirected at the point of settlement. You see these little things where you go to add the value, that literally changes the entire game. And what you've got to start doing is you've got to understand your value as a real estate agent. Until you determine that you're worth that, you're not going to charge that. And this is the greatest challenge, is that your insecurities, your doubt, and your fear will drive your fees down, rather than being in a position that you really get clear about what it is that we're going to do to go to hit success. Tom Peters has got a great quote. He says, you know what? It's not our competitors' cleverness that gets in the way. It's our own internal barriers that we set up for ourselves. And it's such an important part, is ultimately don't get in the way of charging more. If volume drops and ultimately average sale price drops, you need to charge more in relation to your fee, because if there's going to be less transactions, I'm not taking a haircut on what my income's going to be. Your job more than ever before is to understand what are the valuable things that you do for customers and making sure that you build that value in so people go, you know what? You're seriously good and I'm prepared to pay more. That's what the listing presentation is. Your ability to be able to substantially differentiate what it is that you do that actually makes you worth the money. The challenge is, if you don't believe that you're any different and you don't believe that you're actually more valuable, you're never going to charge the higher fee. And literally, it'll be a race to the bottom of who exits the industry first. Now more than ever before, this is about value selling. And value selling is all around us. The Reject Shop, absolutely price sellers. Louis Vuitton, value sellers. The last time I walked past the Reject Shop, there wasn't a line out the front. But last time I walked past Louis Vuitton, there definitely was. Your job more than ever before is to learn how to be a value seller so you can separate and differentiate in a way that the customer really cares about.